Hi everybody, this is Mike Gerdes from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. And today we're going to be talking about making choices and then making them stick. One of the things we teach in religious science, which is the religion of Centers for Spiritual Living, is that we're responsible for the choices we make. You and I, as individualizations of spirit, that's what we're here to do. We are to be volitional. That means to have self-will and make choices. Now, the issue with making choices is a lot of us don't like things to change. We don't want things to remain the same, but we don't like to make changes either because it makes us uncomfortable. Because sometimes when we make a choice for something different, we have to get used to something we're not used to. Have you ever bought a pair of shoes and brand new shoes and found out they were a little tight? Takes kind of a while to break them in a bit. It sort of takes a while before you get used to wearing them, doesn't it? That's sometimes what happens when we make a choice for a different consciousness. It takes us a while to absorb it, to step into the consciousness as to what it means. Say, for example, you wanted to have the consciousness of a sound financial planner. You wanted to have the consciousness of wealth. Well, okay. Let's assume you've got that consciousness now. Let's assume that you've done your spiritual mind treatment work and you've accepted that consciousness, and now that you're going to do what a person as a sound spiritual financial person would do, as a person of wealth would do. And what is that? It's not to go and spend all your money foolishly. I know, it's tough. You're going to have to make some different choices. You're going to have to make some different lifestyle choices. Now, what about health? I've heard on and on and on and on about people reaching a certain age of life and you're going to get fat. That's belief system, which is another way of saying BS. Because you have the body that you have the body image for. And you can choose what kind of body you want to have. You know, your body, my body, these are temples for the living spirit. And it's our duty to treat them right. One of my teachers was a great man by the name of David MacArthur. And he likened his body to his horse. He'd be riding his horse through this life experience. You know, if we should only take good care of our body as we would take care of a horse, we'd probably be doing a lot better. Maybe we'd get an apple once in a while. But the point is of what I'm sharing is that sometimes for us to make a choice, we say we want something, do we really want it? Because if we really want it, then we're going to be willing to hang on long enough for that change to transpire in our lives. Because the treatment is instantaneous. But the process in bringing it forth sometimes takes a sequence of activities, like learning how to eat right, learning how to exercise, learning how to get the right amount of sleep. So if we could hold on to an idea, let's say just one day at a time, wouldn't that mean something? Now, there's other spiritual programs that talk about one day at a time. Do you think that starting tomorrow or starting today, don't claim for the rest of your life, but just for today, would you be willing to do the things that a person that has embodied the type of consciousness that you say you want and that you've treated for would be willing to do? Would you be willing to do that for just one day? Okay, if one day is too hard, how about just doing it for 1 hour? Could you do it just for 1 hour at a time? Because I recognize sometimes those old habits of judgment, those old habits of wanting to have our mind go in areas that are critical or condemning or beating up on others or beating up ourselves. It takes a lot sometimes for us to start controlling this mind of ours. I understand that. But we can do it because our conscious mind has power over our subconscious mind. Don't ever let anybody think that the monkeys in your brain, the squirrel cages that are going around, that they control your thoughts. That is another BS belief system that is not true. It is not true. You have the ability to choose what it is you're thinking about right now. If you're having a problem with this 1 hour, how about 8 seconds? Do you think you could do it for 8 seconds? Heck, bull riders ride a bull for 8 seconds. Now, I don't mean to be throwing the bull here. Sorry. But I do mean that you have an opportunity to choose today to live the life you want. But you have to make the choice and then follow through. Make the choice and then follow through. 8 seconds at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time. It's amazing what happens when you chalk one day up after another, after another, after another. What you are doing becomes habitualized. And you turn around and you find out that you've demonstrated your spiritual mind treatment. You are the person that you wanted to be. You are that sound financial planner. You are that person of wealth and prosperity. You are that person of health and vibrancy. You can do it because Spirit in you can do anything. Beloved, I am the child of God in whom it's most pleased. And don't let anybody tell you different. It's good to see you. This is Yoga, by the way, if I didn't introduce her before. And we look forward to seeing you, or Dr. Maxine looks forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And then coming up on Saturday is the Science of Mind book study. And if you'd like to find out how to join the Science of Mind book study, go to our webpage, cslphilly.org. It's free. And check that out. And also check out the live streams that are on Sunday and all the archives of other videos that have been done and other classes that are coming up. It's really a nice place to hang out. That's cslphilly.org. So thanks for coming and see you again soon. Bye-bye.